On a glorious journey to great academic heights, you need a university that will guarantee you hopes of employment without sweltering in a pool of job hunts. I present to you Ndejje University. We are an Anglican university endowed with 3 state-of-the-art campuses in Luero Bombo, the Graduate School in Rubaga, and the Kampala campus along Balintuma Road behind Mengo Hospital. With well-coordinated learning programs ranging from day, evening, weekend, in-service and e-learning, the globally recognized university offers job market competing courses that will surely light your academic path. Our various undergraduate and graduate programs include Business Administration and Management, Engineering and Survey, Basic Sciences and Information Technology, Education, Environment and Agricultural Sciences, Arts, Health Sciences, and many more. With accreditation by the National Council of Higher Education, we now offer a diploma in clinical medicine and community health. We as well take pride in some courses sponsored by the Higher Education Students Financing Board for a loan scheme that will not get you worried of tuition as you pursue your dream. Come ready for an academic adventure on great facilities of learning. You can visit our website on www.ndejjeuniversity.ac.ug. Ndejje University, the fear of God brings knowledge and wisdom.
This week.
Did you know that women empowerment is defined in several ways? Did you know that parenting is twice the stress, but twice the love, the hug, and the pride? Here I am to bring you the woman of valor, where ladies are proposing that parenting is not a life full of struggles, but a journey for the stronger ones.
For those who are married, let love stay, because once it is disintegrated, the foundation is destroyed.
Catch me every Thursday at 19 hours here at Ndejje University TV with Joe and Peace.
Coming up in Live at 8, let's be people with value and value for wisdom, says Reverend Geoffrey to Christians. Lawrence Alionzi recounts success as the 88th Guild President of Makerere University. Deputy Speaker asks the Ministry of Works and Transport to table the regulation on water transport to Parliament for approval. This in Live at 8. Welcome and thank you for watching Ndejje University TV. This is Live at 8. My name is ANSLEM OJARU with the news in details. Now, Major Challenge Initiative spent day 1 at Ndejje University, where they are training journalism students in media activities so as to acquaint them with skills to compete in the Inter-University Media Challenge competitions come August. Let's take a look at the events of the day.
For example, so we're able to interview all the students. In the case of youth president, we're looking to get one, and the administrator were too busy, but we'll go back.
My expectations, first and foremost, I'm looking forward to learning about editing, learning more about news anchoring and reporting, getting more hands-on skills. Media Challenge has always recognized talent, and I believe I'm talent.
Expecting many things. I expect to learn how to use the camera, how to present, and to join other participants from other universities. It is about training, so I expect to learn many things. Yeah, I want to gain many skills, like how to use the camera, how to present, how to engage with other people.
Today is my first day to participate in Media Challenge. For sure, it has been a very great experience. I've learned a lot of things. I've learned how to write a news story. It was my first time to go in the field, so I've got a good experience there. And then tomorrow as I come, they told us we are going to talk about podcast, and I expect to learn more.
Today is my first day at the Media Challenge, and I've learned very many things, like how to capture a video, take photos, and tomorrow I expect to learn very many more things, like radio presenting and also the podcasts. Thank you.
While giving the special Wednesday message, the Deputy Chaplain of Ndejje University called on people who focus on authority and forget wisdom to seek the right conscience that will lead them in the right direction and struggle for greater things. Let's have more on that.
I come with our Wednesday special message, and today I come to briefly talk about one part of what we call wisdom, which is the conscience, the right conscience. And as I say this, I want to briefly read from two portions. One comes from Ecclesiastes chapter 10. It says, verse 2, "It is natural for the wise to do the right thing, and for fools to do the wrong thing." The Good News version says that it is natural for the wise to do the right thing, and for fools to do the wrong thing. The Reformation Bible says, the wise is inclined to do the right thing, and so is the fool to do the wrong thing. Now, that is Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verses 2. But then he makes, before that, in chapter 9, he makes the following teaching. He says in verse 13, "There is something else I saw, a good example of how wisdom is regarded in this world." Verse 14, "There was a little town without many people in it. A powerful king attacked it. He surrounded it and prepared to break through the walls. Someone lived there who was poor, but so clever that he could have saved the town. But no one thought about him." Praise the Lord. Verse 16, "I have always said that wisdom is better than strength. But no one thinks of the poor as wise or pays attention to what they say. it is better to listen to the quiet words of a wise man than to the shouts of a ruler at a council of fools. Then he concludes, this is what I want us to listen to. Wisdom does more good than weapons, but one sinner can undo a lot of good. Praise the Lord. Wisdom does more good than weapons. Now, there are three things that we love in this world and often make us fail. Struggle, quarrel, conflicts arise out of them. The three. And they are the traps even the devil wanted to use to tempt Jesus. One of them was food. And it is still today. Food, the stomach can cause trouble. And people spend a lot of energy to have food, which is okay, because we need to survive. The second one is property, owning property, resources to be in abundance around us. And this one makes us kill one another. We even fail to look at each other as valuable, as noble, as a royal nation. Christians and non-Christians alike suffer because of that. Now the third one is in two forms, authority and power. These are things that we concentrate on. We want to be with authority. We want to impose ourselves on others, and that others may submit to us and not us submit to them. We want to have the power to order, to make instructions, and want them to be established immediately. We want to show we have the power to lift somebody up or to bring him down. There is a problem with that. And we forget one thing. We forget wisdom. But this man is telling us this morning that wisdom does more good than weapons. Weapons are used to get the three. When we want food, we can go and rob with our weapons. When we want authority, we can do a coup and we get the authority. We can kill those who have been in authority. Weapons can bring forth resources. We loot and grab. But the gentleman here, the writer of Ecclesiastes, who thought to be Solomon, the wisest man, says, wisdom does more good than weapons. Praise the Lord. Simple message. You don't have to struggle for all these things before you struggle for wisdom. Because he has made an illustration here in verse 1, chapter 10. Dead flies can make a whole bottle of perfume stink. So does little stupidity cancel out greatest wisdom. That's the message I wanted to bring to you this morning. Let us take hold of wisdom. Let us ask wisdom to give us a good conscience. Then we shall do the right things. We shall live in the right world. This is my message for you this morning on Ndejje TV. Thank you, our dear viewers. This is once again Reverend Canon Geoffrey Mwanguzi with a message to you this morning. Think through your life. Prioritize wisdom, and wisdom will bring the rest. May God bless you.
Being the first guild president to spend the shortest time in office, the former guild president of Makerere University, Lawrence Alionzi, recounts great success having spent 3 months in office. Let's take a look at that.
On 30th November 2022, Lawrence Arions from the College of Engineering, Design, Art and Technology was elected the 88th Guild President in the online voting that attracted over 27,000 students. Narrating his journey to Makerere, Arions had no prior leadership experience and joining the university was more of a dream.
On the 1st of August 2019, a short, skinny boy with a funny name entered through Western Gate headed for center for the first time in his entire life. 12 years before 1st of August 2019, that same boy sat in a classroom floor without a uniform on and sang a song the leaders almost sing every morning at a little boys' primary school in an upcountry town called OJARU. While there, the MC is telling me to continue that what I'm saying is important. And while that class we sang a song that said, I don't know if I'll reach my academy. Well, that boy didn't just reach my academy, but he became Makerere University's 88th guild president. So if anybody asks you for the definition of endless possibilities, please point at Makerere University and feel free to use my story as an example.
While giving a speech at the swearing-in ceremony of the 89th Guildi President on 24th April 2023, Lawrence stressed out some of the great achievements done in his regime of only 90 days, which he says no one could have believed that they could be done.
Who would have believed if we told them 90 days ago that we wanted to bring back all secretaries of political parties, debate in front of students at School of Education? Ladies and gentlemen, who would have believed that? Who would have believed us if we told them that we wanted to introduce Mark 100 Guild Dialogue, Mark 100 Guild, Mark Guild President's Leadership Award, and give them up during the graduation ceremony? And for the first time, make a Guild President speak during the graduation ceremony. Who would have believed us? Who would have believed us if we told them we wanted to train classmates for 1 full week and feed them on excellent chicken and rice? Who would have believed us? Who would have believed us 90 days ago if we told them that following the induction of classmates, we wanted to launch an initiative resting on the good heart of Director for Quality Assurance on a website on their blog for students to register cases of missing marks to firmly end the plight of students about missing marks? Who would have believed us? Who would have thought that within 90 days all ministers can carry out exceptional activities, including campaigns against cervical cancer? Who would have known that within 100 days we can train over 100 counseling bodies who are now out there trying to battle with their colleagues and their mental health challenges? Who would have believed that, ladies and gentlemen? And yet that is exactly what we did within 90 days and even more.
He, however, noted that although many have been done, there are still some unaccomplished areas, and hence asked the university management to recognize them.
Within the 90 days, we could achieve the goal of organizing a cultural gala, which has not now been organized for over 4 years at Makerere University. We could not commence, even though we, through engagements, left office after Lumba Hall had been secured for about 8 billion donations for renovation. That was not able to commence during our time in office. We did not realize the dream of securing a comprehensive plan for management to avail adequate lecture rooms for students, especially like Cobams and CHUS. We did not. We did not also realize the implementation of the Students' Employment Scheme and the accommodation policy while we were in office. We did not. And against these grounds, I make a clarion call, especially the office of the Dean, that it will have been the deep desires of my heart to have seen the employment policy being implemented at Makerere University, because we see very many young girls out there who, out of desperation, must resort to very immoral means to raise small money. The university.
Recognizing the achievement of the 88th government, Makerere University management commended the great work done for the students' voice to be heard.
During his tenure as outgoing Guild President and his team worked tirelessly to promote dialogue and intellectual debates among the student body. He recognized that dialogue was essential in fostering a positive and inclusive learning environment, and he made it his mission to create spaces where students could engage in meaningful conversations. Through his efforts, we have seen an increase in the number of students participating in intellectual debates and discussions. The Guild has become a place where students can come together, exchange ideas, and challenge one another in a respectful and constructive manner. Let's clap for them. And moreover, the outgoing Guild President has been a strong advocate for the student body. He has worked tirelessly to ensure that students' voices are heard and that their needs are met.
It should be remembered that Lawrence Arions, who followed Shamimu Nabasa as the Guild President of Makerere University, sworn in on 5th December 2022, and his term was cut short after the initial elections were suspended in July following the death of a UCU student during the campaigns. Sarah Chirabo, live at 8.
Congratulate and the Ministry of Works and Transport has directed to present and update regulations to operationalize the Inland and Water Transport Act 2021. The Deputy Speaker, Thomas Tayewa, said the law has been lying idle from when it was passed because the regulations to implement it have not been brought before Parliament for approval. Let's have more on that. While giving his communication to the House, the Deputy Speaker of Parliament said that they have focused so much on road carnage, leaving out the issue of inlanders, and yet people are losing lives on the lakes.
We have been focusing on road carnage, but we have dying on the wrecks, who are drowning on the wrecks. And we usually discuss about issues of the islanders. We don't focus much on them, honorable colleagues. So this is very common. We have children going to school on boats. We have fishermen who are drowning. And even when you go to stations, police stations, I'm told, Makerere researchers, they found there were no statistics.
Honorable Helen Nachimuli urged the minister to ensure that dangerous spots on the lakes are mapped out.
We need assistance in this. It should be taken urgently because the lake, well, much as we use it, it is dangerous. We have a season where people cannot travel safely because of the strong winds. Mr. Speaker, they should handle it with the urgency it requires.
Honorable Moses Kabusu called on the ministry to follow through with the establishment of rescue centers for accident victims on the lakes.
Mr. Speaker, Ministry of Transport made a commitment that they will also build rescue centers. Mr. Speaker, the accidents, of course, accidents are incidents that are not planned, but some accidents after occurrence, they can be managed. The Ministry of Works promised that they would build rescue centers, at least with some of the districts in the lake. Namayingo, Buvuma, Kalangala, Kome Mukono, and some other districts that have islands. Mr. Speaker, there are no signs that these rescue centers or that there are any efforts being done. Mr. Speaker, you can't have accidents year after the other, and we come to mourn or to inform this parliament. This government should be urged, or we should be seeing some efforts that when our people, particularly in the lake, get accidents, the efforts that government has put a mechanism to rescue them.
The Deputy Speaker therefore directed the Ministry of Transport to present an updated regulations to operationalize the Inland and Water Transport Act 2021.
So we passed in the 10th Parliament, we passed the Maritime Act, but up to now, the regulations operationalizing that act have not been brought here. So it's just lying idle. So I need the Minister for Works on Thursday, no, on Thursday, yes, on Thursday, to give us an update on this, where he has reached working on regulations to implement, to operationalize the Marine Act, the Maritime Act, so that we can start using it as a country.
The Inland Water Transport Act has the overall purpose of regulating, coordinating, and overseeing maritime safety, security, training, search and rescue, and of preventing marine pollution on inland waters. ANSLEM OJARU, live at 8.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for watching. That has been live at 8. My name is ANSLEM OJARU. Bye-bye.